Surf's up. The opening stage didn't go our way, but that's not going to stop us. I sourced the smartest Counter-Strike fans and pundits alike through my Twitter community, and I have averaged their 3-0s and their 0-3s to give you the crowdsourced and scientifically proven best way to make it through the elimination stage and get at least 5 right. Okay, here we go. 40 people replied in my Twitter community, so I looked through their 3-0s, their 0-3s, and this is what we're working with. 28 people selected Vitality as a 3-0, so that's got to be a lock. Second place was Navi. G2 and MAUIS were right behind with 1 vote less each, but Navi did actually come out on top. Now, 0-3s, on the other hand, the most picked in my Twitter community was Wildcard. And I get it. This team doesn't really have that sort of star power, and a great IGL, which Stanislaw has proven himself to be, can only get you so far. So, I understand it. Their seating's not too great either. Behind them, though, people pick 3D Max, and I feel like this kind of came out of nowhere. Sure, they could have made it through the RMR, but for them to even be in this stage feels a little bit crazy, and I truly feel like some of the individuals on that team overperformed for the RMR2 to put them in this position, and I'm not sure if I really believe that it's Team Counter-Strike that I'm in love with here. That being said, I just think, like, other options for this one, if it were really up to me, and I will actually just be doing this, is Furia. Furia was actually the third most picked 0-3. So if you want to do 3D Max or Furia, I think that's fine. Furia, to me, have just looked dreadful. I feel like they got through this one 3-1, sure, but it was kind of off of Skulls playing well, and as many people know, I'm not the biggest fan of Skulls, but he's okay. For him to be their star player, I don't think that can really keep up. K-Serrato needs to be better. Yuri needs to be better. Their tactics as a whole feel like teams are kind of reading them because Furia just aren't used to playing in this style, and so everything they do just comes across a little bit more telegraphed. And now for the advancing teams that people picked in my group were G2, Spirit, MAUIS, FaZe, the Mongols, and Liquid. Going through these teams, I think, well, G2 was actually right there behind along with, along with MAUIS. People were picking G2 and MAUIS the most, either 3-0 or advance. And then behind them was Spirit, followed by the Mongols, actually. Actually, if we want to order this a little bit better, it could be more like this. If in terms of confidence, it would look more like this. Yes, Spirit, then FaZe, and then Liquid. I did see a handful of heroics, but no other team really got significant amount of votes. So this is what I'm going to do for my pick'ems. I feel like I honestly really feel like the advancing 3-0 teams are probably where this is scariest, because these teams that are in this upper echelon over here, I'd say the best 6 teams here, or best 5, G2, Navi, Vitality, Spirit, and MAUIS, are head and shoulders above the rest of the competition. FaZe is pretty nearly behind them, but with the unfortunate passing of Kerrigan's relative, I think it was his brother, it's kind of hard to say, is that going to motivate them, or are they going to be worse because of that? And, you know, a tragedy so close to this for a guy that's your captain is very difficult to move forward from. So I'm not sure if that's the external factors are going to affect them. Also, in general, they just haven't been playing that well. Liquid are decent enough to believe that they could do this, but have looked shaky at times. Again, it's like when they face the stiffest opposition, Liquid's T-sides look very fraudulent, but against a lot of the bottom rung teams here, they should be good enough. Teams that I also think have a great chance, though, Heroic is kind of an any given day thing. Like, is Nerds playing well or not? Is Tessus actually being the second best player in the server? I'll just be real, though. I think Dexter, he's good, but he is a cut beneath all of these other oppers, and I might even include him being a cut beneath, say, NQZ right now, and I might even say he's worse than, well, practically everyone that made it through. So That's kind of an easy way to frame that. I do think that G2 is going to win this event, but we have to see them and how they play in this stage. They had a little bit of a shaky RMR with Wildcard defeating them. Not Wildcard, 3D Max. But beyond that, guys, these are my picks, so that's enough yapping. As always, being toxic is a choice. Oh, I just got silver. Wow.